All right, I am back.
Sound resumed.
I'm back. I'm back. Oh man, I just realized that I think I slept wrong because it feels like I got a rib out of place. Does not feel good, man. All right, carpet, right? That's what we were going to work on next year. So carpet. I got in about 17 minutes, guys. I'm going to take a quick dinner break, and then I'll be right back down. So, what kind of color should we do the carpet? Let's test out this color real quick and see. Too brown going on, huh? Yeah, too much brown going on. Let's do, maybe she's got kind of like a blue, like a, maybe she's got kind of like a bluer carpet, right? Maybe that's not a bad color, like a bluish gray, I think, maybe? What do you think? What do you guys think of that? Yes? No? Nah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. That's kind of a no-go. Let's switch up the color here real quick. Man, I don't know, guys. Like, I'm not too bad at picking out colors, but man, sometimes it's not the easiest thing in the world to deal with because I don't know. Don't know, guys. Well, I tell you what, this bluish, like a bluish gray, this is not bad. I'm not really completely sold on it, so we could always delete it and start over. We'll just run with this for now, and we'll kind of play it by ear and see how I feel after I get some of the shadow in the carpet here. It's not bad. Well, it's not like the best color choice. It doesn't clash too much with everything else that's going on. So, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not bad. It's just not, I don't know. It's not quite what I had in mind, but we'll run with it. We'll see. We'll kind of see what happens here. And let's get it dark. It's got to be darker as you go back in here, because it's, like I said, it's at night, so we really want the shadows to really play on the shadows in this room here. So the farther away from the fireplace it gets, the darker the room is. Let's see. And I haven't fooled around with these brushes enough to see like that. I just totally. Now, when you're using these brushes, the minute you lift up on the brush is the minute it starts over, and then you don't want to. You gotta give the computer some time to catch up here, because here's the reason. Because it's trying to catch up. That's what it's trying to do. So. And what we'll have to do with this color, since it is pretty tough to blend here, part of it's the fact that I'm not used to using this brush a whole lot. Got to move a little bit slower here, guys. Let the computer catch up. There we go. Don't want to move too fast so you can't see what you're doing. And I was just moving way too fast there. Gotta blend this line a little bit better. Something like that, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, let's stop there. That's fine. And then what we'll have to do is grab the blur tool here to really help with the blending. Excuse me. The blending of the colors here. Blur it a little bit. What else? What you can use as well is the smudge tool, which is right here. Let's bring this up bigger. And you could smudge it a little bit. Of course, you go too big on the smudge tool and it just kind of has to do this. I hope I didn't like lock up my thing. Just let it sit and do what it needs to do here. Shoot. I think I just totally locked it up. Just gonna let Photoshop do what it needs to do. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. We'll go back to we won't use a smudge tool again. Smudge tools it's alright when you're using smaller file sizes. But the brush size that I have selected, obviously if you look, it says 1,000, and then on top of that I'm already working at a huge brush size. So let's go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. I mean, that works a little bit better. Let's grab the let's go ahead and grab the blur tool out, because let's just get this blurred up enough here. I think that's about as blurred as I'm gonna get. Here's the other thing I just realized we gotta do. Wow. Go into here, we need to take this and we need to get some kind of yellow in here, because this will be from the fire. Switch it back to the blue. This is going to be the highlight layer, guys. And just kind of go slow. Let your brush, give your brush a chance to catch up. And we're going to get some warmer colors in here. And this will help with the blending. It didn't help there, so let's do that. Let's make it this darker gray, and let's switch it so that way the lighter I push, the darker it gets. Dang it. Okay, that's not working either. Let's pick that color here. Yeah, we just need a kind of a softer glow here. Kind of reaching out here, I think. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. Let that catch up. Alright, now what we're gonna do is grab this blur tool and blur it. Yeah. And I know it looks like it's kind of a mess, and it really is kind of a mess right now, but we'll get it cleaned up, and then when we do some of the the what I call my special effects, and you guys will see some fun stuff when I get into the special effects stuff. I really do some cool stuff, but when I get into the special effects here, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go in here. Let's bring the eraser up just a smidgen. Yeah, I did. I just said that. Just a smidgen, people. Bring this. Let's see. Get rid of this on the brick here. The brick's going to be some kind of reddish gray, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't really quite decided what I'm going to do with the brick color yet. Could be whitish gray with a little bit of yellow highlighting it. It could be whatever color you want it to be. You know, maybe I'm going to do a reddish gray, kind of. I don't know. I'll have to show you what I'm talking about. Maybe more on the browner side of things. I'll show you. Like a rust color. That's what I'm thinking of. It's kind of the color I have in mind for the brick, but. We'll play it by ear here. We'll see how it turns out. Okay. I've been given the nod of dinner is ready, so I will have to cut this short here for a second. And then I'll be right back with you guys. Oops. Because it smells good and it's time to eat. Need to feed the beast. Anybody that plays Minecraft will get that reference. Well, anybody that plays modded Minecraft anyway. Yes, I do play Minecraft, guys. Helps with the creativity. Any of you that have never played Minecraft, you should play it. It's not a bad game. One reason why you should play it is does your kids play it? If your kids play it, you should play it. You know why? Because it's a great game for both you and your kids to play. I'm telling you right now. Both you and your kids are going to enjoy playing it together. It's a great game. It helps with their creativity, helps with their puzzle solving, problem solving, whatever you want to call it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should play it just to see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of cool things you can do in Minecraft. I play it because it helps with my creativity. It helps me think outside the box. It helps me be a better artist, a better person. And you know, when I mean better person, I mean like it helps with the problem solving. It helps with a lot of things, and I don't feel like. To be honest with you, I don't feel like I'm wasting my day or wasting my time playing that game. It's a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out. If your kids play it, you guys should hop in and play. You can create your own little worlds. I know, like, some of you know, or some of you may not know this, but you can have servers running. If you don't want to worry about a server, what you can do is just any computer that's in your house. You can open the world up on the LAN, LAN, which means you can open it up to any computer that's in the house. So that way you just keep it internal. You can do that. But it's a fun game. It's a great game. I can't wait till my boys get old enough to play it. They will play it. Hopefully it's still around when they're old enough to play it. That's one game I won't have a problem with them playing on rainy days or on weekends or whatever. I mean, we keep the electronics down. We're trying to keep the electronics down to a minimum in our household. And you're probably like, well, that's not good because you should, you know, yeah. Well, they're getting their dose of how to use electronics. But I don't want them. I don't want it to interfere with their logic thinking, their problem. I don't know if it's all the same thing. I don't want. Anyway, I do believe that electronics and them not going out and playing and stuff like that really interferes with a lot of how they mature and grow up. So I know some of you are probably like, "Oh man, I'd hate to be your kid." Well, you know what? That's fine. You can say that. You can feel that way. That's your opinion. But my boys are gonna grow up playing sports and playing outside and not being stuck inside the whole time. And when they get old enough and when they're teenagers and they want to play games as opposed to doing sports or whatever they want to do, that's fine. That's their choice when they get older. But until they get older, it's our choice as parents on what they can and can't do. And we're teaching them some valuable lessons by doing that. So they are getting their time to play with electronics and have fun with that. So not like they're not, but just not getting a lot of time doing that. And I'm gonna have to stop here and go up and eat. In a second. Hey. What's up, man? I'm live right now, just to give you a heads up. So. What? Oh, cool, man. I'm about to grab a bite to eat. It'll only take me about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll be back down here in a second.
Take your time, man. I'll be here for the duration.
Nice. I'm thinking about switching it up here in a bit and doing. I created a Twitch account just for gaming. Yeah. Might
I need to upgrade the server to the newest version of Direwolf this weekend.
Yeah, I upgraded, and I know like it only takes like 5 minutes to downgrade to the previous version, but
oh, that's cool. I'll fix it.
I just part of it is I'm trying out the latest version of the Fossils and Archaeology mod. It fits really well with Direwolf. Like to me, it doesn't seem like it's interfering with any of the other mods.
Well, if I can integrate it, then I will. Because I mean, there's only a handful of us that play. If you put something in that's not in the pack, then everybody has to install it manually. But I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, like with the Fossils and Archaeology mod, all I did was I just downloaded the mod file, the zip file, and just made sure it was in my modded folder. So for the server, all you'd have to do is make sure it's in the mod folder for the server, right? And that's it.
Well, it's different. It's different. Kind of like that for the server, but all of us have to put it into our pack.
Oh, right. For
Direwolf because it's not part of Direwolf, right? So
right.
It's no big deal. We'll try it out.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to play it. I just I'm trying it out because I just thought it would be cool to have like a T-Rex running around or.
No options.
Huh?
Trolling.
Oh. Yeah, I am. I'm getting there.
I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious.
What is he doing? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna be streaming that a little bit because something about like finding the fossils and bringing the T-Rexes and some of the other dinosaurs to life. It's really cool, and I'm not even gonna bring up like Jurassic Park because it's totally not even. It is kind of that way, but you're making your own like environment, right? You're bringing these things to life, so it's kind of cool. Just an extra mod. Oh, and the mods they look like something that would fit with a vanilla skin. So.
What's the name of that game you were telling me about yesterday, Druggy? From Above, or what is it called?
From the Depths.
From the Depths.
I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that, Chris, but we were just checking it out yesterday. Druggy owns it. I'm gonna wait till it goes back on sale, but it's really neat, man.
What
Checking out.
From the Depths is what it's called? Is that the one where you're stranded on a deserted island, or is that the one where
No,
you're sharks and divers and you're attacking each other?
no.
Um,
It's kind of like Minecraft, but you're built. But then it's kind of like Space Engineers or what where you're in that environment and you're building these ships, either ships or submarines or planes, and then you are like fighting against other people. It's pretty wild. Just I would suggest checking out a YouTube video of it later because it's pretty interesting looking. But
yeah.
I don't want to pay $20 for it. If it goes on sale for like 10 or less, I'll pick it up.
That should be coming up, right? They're gonna have their big summer sale here pretty soon.
Maybe, yeah. It's about that time. Isn't it?
And
Yeah.
again, this is still under development, so not all developing games go on sale.
Yeah, it's in early access, but it looks promising.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. Yep. I've got this marked as one of my favorites.
Nice.
I
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks like I mean, it's got a long ways to go though. So it's pretty cool.
They've recently released a big update to it, and
Yeah.
the developers said would proceed with their weekly updating. So
That's
there might be some viewable progress
Oh, that's cool.
upcoming. But also since last you checked, they have they've done something very cool. They have implemented player-made models into the enemy factions. So they have player-made boats, planes, submarines into their faction to increase the diversity of enemy ships.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what Space Engineer did recently, where all the player-made models can be the random ships that are flying around, which makes it much more interesting.
Yeah, probably a lot harder to dock and board enemy ships too then, or random encountering ships.
Well, I know I saw an advertisement for a position that they had where you had to be in Europe, but they hired a scenario designer, and I think in the most recent patch, they just input the first scenario, so they're going to be coming out with cool scenarios to do and things like that as well.
Oh, that's cool. I will be right back. I'm gonna eat real quick. And I'm back.
That big one.
Nah. Has any of you guys played Dying Light yet?
No. I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Just wondering.
What's it about?
It's probably one of the best zombie survival games I've ever played.
Oh God, another one.
I wouldn't say it like that. It's probably the best one out there.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just like there's just like a never-ending stream of fucking zombie survival games, you know?
Yeah.
They've been done to the point that they're cliche.
Right. They just added the Steam modding support to it, so there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming out. On top of that,
When the workshop gets going.
yeah. On top of that, they reward you more if you use melee weapons as opposed to guns. You use guns and it makes the quick movers come out of the woodwork, so to speak. So it's more of a in your face. You have to get up close and dirty to take these things out, and it is. Let's just say it makes me like it's the only only survival zombie game that I've played that makes me feel like I'm on my edge of my seat the whole time, like freaked out. I don't even want to go out at night because there's some nasty things that come out at night I don't even want to deal with. So I don't know, man. My blood pressure just gets up there when I start playing. I gotta be careful with that. But it's pretty good though. And it's 4.
A couple days ago, my buddy bought me. What the hell was that? Drug 7 or something.
7 Days to Die or 7 Ways to Die or something.
Yeah, that's the one.
How's that? I've got that on my wish list. I just haven't got around to buying it yet.
I mean, it's basically zombie survival plus Minecraft, you know, kind of thing. Except that it's I don't know it's voxel based. So it's not
Okay.
squares, you know, it's got like the, you know, it's just different. It seems to be interesting enough, but I think that they need to do a lot of work on it. I think that the graphical and the rendering engine, in my opinion, blows. I think they need to do some editing.
Gotcha.
I think there needs to be some refining on it, but I wouldn't have bought it myself since my buddy bought it for me. I kind of felt bad for him because, you know, he plays on a server with a bunch of people, a pretty big community in that game, and kind of wanted me to get involved with it. Just like, I played it for about 3 or 4 hours with him and haven't really gone back since because I'm just like, it's not really my thing.
Yeah. It's kind of sad that there's a lot of games like that they have a lot of.
It's in early access. Hey, it's in early access.
Oh well, yeah, right.
Maybe by the time that they fucking get around to it, you know, it'll be worth a damn. But I mean, it's got plenty of stuff going on in it. I felt like I was playing Killing Floor in a you know, Minecraft. I was playing like it was like Killing Floor plus Minecraft.
Okay.
You know, I just wasn't all that impressed.
Have you guys seen a game that it's in early access now, and it's only $20? It's called Reign of Kings. It looks phenomenal. I should say that if you're into that kind of genre, I guess. But it's basically Rust meets what did they say? Rust meets what is it? Medieval combat or something like that. Basically, I'll just Google it. You'll see it. It's called
I
Reign.
see it. I see the game.
Yeah, Reign
I'll
of
tell you
Kings.
right now. I'll tell you right now. The next game that I buy that's like that is going to be Medieval Engineers.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It looks good.
So I already own Space Engineers and I love it, and I'll get Medieval Engineers, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know who this publisher is that they've got on sale this weekend. Iceberg Interactive. I don't really know any of their games. Star Drive, Starpoint.
Star Drive.
Star Drive. You probably know what this is, Draga, since you guys play a bunch of these.
I think I have some of them on my wish list. But,
Oh, these jerk offs. I'm really not happy. I'm not happy with these guys. I bought Star Drive when it first came out. Was it really 2 years? Yeah, it must have been 2 years ago. I bought Star Drive when it first came out because it looked like a really cool game, and I played it, and it seemed, yeah, it was really cool because you could build your ships, you can modify them to however you want. I mean, you can make some really cool stuff. I'm into games that allow me to customize my own stuff. That's really what draws me in. But the problem is that they stopped. So they got out of early access and said the game was done. They stopped doing any kind of support for it, from what I understand. And they instantly said, well, we're going to make a Star Drive 2 because we messed up in Star Drive 1. So now they have Star Drive 2 out, but they're not... I don't think they're giving anybody that bought Star Drive...
They gave up on Star Drive 1.
Yeah, and it really pisses me off because it's like, okay, really, you guys are coming out with Star Drive 2, and it's not even... Like, when they announced they were doing Star Drive 2, it was a year after they released the first... Or they said they're stopping the first one. So I felt a little... used, in a way, because...
I don't know. I mean, did they do a significant upgrade in Star Drive 2? I mean,
yeah, well, yeah, they did a significant upgrade, but a year after the game was the other game was released, they stopped supporting it, and they're only going to support the new one.
I guess you got to look at it from their perspective, man. Like, they had a particular code base that they were working from, and if they were going to continue putting a shit ton of effort into it, they thought to themselves, we can either just divest a ridiculous amount of effort into redoing this code base, or we can take everything that we learned, we can start fresh and make a brand new, better game.
Right.
And I can't really blame them for moving forward.
Well, I can't blame them for that.
Everybody's like Blizzard, where they're going to take World of Warcraft and work on it for 13 years or whatever, you know.
I can blame them for the fact that they didn't offer anybody that bought Star Drive 1 a discount, by any means. I mean, I'm not saying I should have got it for free, but damn it, man.
That does seem to be a nice thing that some developers do. Like, I've seen that occasionally on Steam, where they're
Yeah.
like, if you own this, then you'll get 20% off on that or whatever, but I don't know. You never know how successful a particular title is going to be, whether it's going to get a lot of support, or if they're going to move on. I mean, that's always kind of a gamble. It's almost implicit in our, you know, in our gaming market. You know, we just can't ever be sure if something's going to be. I mean, unless you have a developer where you have developed a relationship with them and you trust them in that way. But if it's a new developer and you're just hoping that that's going to go well, if it's like in their first couple titles and nobody knows how they're going to act, then you can get burned every once in a while.
Oh, okay. So this is why the first one got really bad. Basically, even before they released, they never finished the first game. Okay, so the game's not even done on the first one, and before it even left early access, they were announcing that they were just gonna.
Okay, that's kind of whack.
Yeah, they announced that they were gonna release it and start on Star Drive 2 because the stuff that they used for the coding or whatever they used for Star Drive 1, what they wanted to do or something
I don't know the exact details, but something didn't work out the way they wanted. And basically what people are saying, it's the same game. Star Drive 2 is the same game, just with new features. But it's the same exact game, and what they did was they used Star Drive 1 to get everybody's money. And instead of finishing that game, they just stopped. They just took it out of early access, said it was done, and then went right into doing Star Drive 2. Which they use the same graphics, the same. If you look at Star Drive 2's page and Star Drive 1's page, they use the exact same, like, everything. Everything's the exact same. So it just kind of. Anyway, it would have been a good game.
You know, you got Sword of the Stars.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I guess maybe they should have just given us like a decent sized discount on the second one, and I would have been fine with that and just bought it and said, all right, you got me on that one, and that's it. That's all you get. Although this other game that they have here, what is this? Minimize. How do I minimize? Oh, there it is. Starpoint Gemini 2. Looks pretty good. Nuclear Dawn. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was the game that was going to be FPS and RTS. Was the FPS RTS our hybrid? That did get some attention a while back.
The one I mentioned.
Nuclear Dawn? No. This is part of that Iceberg sale.
Yeah, I already own Nuclear Dawn.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you have that game that I messaged you about?
Me?
Yeah.
Which game?
Trine 2.
What?
Trine 2.
Oh, fine. No, I don't think I have that.
I'm gonna get a 3-pack. Looks pretty fun. It's co-op.
Cool.
It's like a co-op side-scrolling magic puzzle game. It looks pretty sweet.
Magic.
Here, I'll give you that video I'm watching. This is one that I think it's like a style that I think you and I will have fun with since we do like the Portal stuff. I'm watching Yogcast play it. It's pretty neat. set my filters for my search and then click on a game and then hit the back button, it like resets all my filters every time.
Huh.
It's just annoying.
I remember having like going through like the specials or new releases, and used to do that all the time. When you get like
You know what I really prefer to do?
what?
Is just right click the page and hit copy page URL and then open it up in Chrome so that you can just browse it like a regular web page. Because then I get my filters set up the right way, right? And I have my list of stuff I'm browsing through. But when I want to watch something, I can just right click and open it in a new tab. That way my list is always there. You know what I mean? I don't have to.
Oh, right.
It's just a little bit more. It's a little bit more concise way to spend my money.
I hear you.
There is a 3D cooperative tower defense game on sale for 24 cents right now. It's 95% off.
What? What's it called?
Actually, it looks pretty cool. It's called
That's an interesting name.
Terror Hedron. I think I'm about to pick this shit up for 24 cents. A multiplayer game for a fucking quarter? Come on. It also has 162 reviews that are very positive. Oh, weird. You build your towers on the other towers. Are you seeing this? The hell? This is like better than some tower defense games I've seen that cost way more than up to 8 players.
I'll be right back. I need to feed my cat and myself.
Yes, sir.
Terrahedra? What was it called?
Terror Hedron. It's
Yeah.
Terror. Terror.
Okay.
Hedron.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I just saw it. Just found it.
It's a turret defense game for 24 cents. It's like all 3D and it seems to have a pretty smooth engine. Let's read the reviews here. Fun game, got my money's worth out. A few reviews hating on the art style. I like the retro 3D. We'll continue to play. Wish there was a Steam Workshop. Yeah. Pretty much can't go wrong with a 24-cent multiplayer game. Variety of towers that you would expect, such as lasers, splash cannons, slow towers. Where it gets complicated is the limited numbers and orientations of mounting points on the map. This is when you turn to your four-sided tetrahedrons and six-sided cube pieces in order to expand your defensible area. Yeah, as you saw in the video, like sometimes if you don't have another place to put turrets, you just have to build out on top of the turret.
Huh.
Build a chain of turrets on a turret, you know.
It's pretty interesting.
I know I paid probably $25 or some shit for Defense Grid 2. This thing looks actually kind of interesting compared to it. We'll just add that to the cart.
You're like, I'm going on a spending spree.
No, I mean it's Friday. I just got paid on Wednesday. I can spend a few bucks.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing you, man.
Not like I still have like 150 games I haven't installed yet. Wow, I was looking at the video for this Remember Me, this Cyberpunk game, and the first thing I see is Mature 17, blood, partial nudity, strong language, and violence. That sounds pretty good.
it's just the ball is all the way up there. What was that one you were talking about there, Charles?
It's called Remember Me.
Remember me.
I think for now I'm just gonna get trying to 3-pack and that that temperature even again.
So many games.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
And now I am.
I'm gonna go ahead and let it start installing. It's gonna take a little while. About an hour. Draggy, did you ever see our Hall of Heroes from Stronghold?
No, I do not think so.
That's what me and your brother Bloodbird accomplished there in 2.5 years.
Just saying, it would be funny if it was an empty room.
No doubt. I had my own really awesome shield, but I changed it at the end because I knew that when they processed it, it would put me up there like that. Since we had several houses that were helping us, I decided to put all the emblems over the houses that helped us achieve it as well, just to kind of give them a shout out, you know. To make my shield look weird, but that's why all that stuff's there. You got House 2, the Orange High Castle, and then you got the Dragons, House 13, or House 3. You got House 13, the tree, and House 18, I think the purple guys. Can't really do it.
Stronghold Kingdoms.
Oh, and the House 5, I think, the farmers, the little green guys at the bottom.
Is that Stronghold 3? Which one's that?
That's the one that I told you to never play, the online one. Stronghold Kingdoms.
Oh, okay.
The online persistent world RTS.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, don't go there.
It's oh, yeah, they got it in Steam here for free to play. Jeez, OP.
Yeah, that's just got. I was the House Marshal when we won, so I got the top spot. It's got all of our faction leaders and then all the members of the house. But again, there was really like 3 other houses of people that we had a group of about 1,600 people that spanned several houses.
That's
One
craziness.
house can win, so that was us.
That's crazy cool, man.
One of the cool achievements I have. I mean, it's probably, to be honest, even though it's so whatever, it's still like probably the thing. It's probably one of the things that I have worked the hardest in my life to achieve, incidentally.
Was it at least fun to play?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely fun for a while. Got to be kind of a grind and very expensive, but it was fun. I mean, what I value most highly out of it is all the friendships that I made
Right.
around the world. Right. I mean, it's just funny thinking about like Destiny in that regard because like when I spawned into the world, say I had just spawned into a different location and been on some other guy's team that was against these guys and would have never met them and hung out. It's just so weird.
Wait, what?
Imagine if I had started to play Stronghold and when I first got in, maybe I had spawned in England and was part of like all the English people and was on their team and hanging out with them forever and meeting all those people. I would have never ended up, being. Well, matter of fact, what's funny is that when I started playing that game, your brother and Bloodbird were actually Irish, and they started in Ireland and they invaded Scotland. But when we all went to like a peace for a little while, since Bloodbird and Egan had dug so deep into Scotland, they, instead of having to like deal with partitioning out the territory and whatnot, they just joined our house. they left the Irish people and then became part of our house. And then we all started working together.
That's cool.
I was not a house marshal at that time. I was just kind of new to the game. My buddy Dragon Order was running things, and he kind of taught me the ropes. So I was just kind of watching what was going on at that point.
Do you not play it anymore? You still play it or what?
Oh fuck no. I have incredible amounts of resources on 3 of the servers. Tons of honor and faith points, and huge levels, and I'm basically a crown prince or prince on most of the worlds that I played on. I can just jump back into them and start going crazy at any time. I have enough resources on that world that Hall of Fame's for. It's in like the 4th or 5th age now. I have enough amount of resources in that game to just show up and just annihilate the shit out of a ton of people and then leave. like anytime I really want to.
That's funny.
No, I don't find much. I don't derive much enjoyment from playing that game because the way I describe it, like with Egan and Bloodbird, is we're not gonna have another experience that is as intense as the World 3 Age 1 was. Like even on the other servers that we played when we went to America, Europe, and the Domination one, like none of it is gonna really equal up to the intensity and the drama of that age, of that World 3 Age 1, just because of the characters that we had, the enemies that we had, the way that it all played out. It was just so intense. We took the longest out of any world in Age to complete. I think World 3's Age 1 was like, I don't know, it was like, it might not have been, I don't know. I don't know what day we finished it on. Does it say? It was almost 2 years into the game.
Wow.
It was just a really long time.
You should.
Most people, I think, finished it usually in like 300 or 400 days or whatever. Ours was just complicated because the Irish house got off to a huge lead and they won the first 4 glory races in a row and had 4 stars. And then they kept fighting and we were fighting, we were winning stars. And so those stars that if you win around, not only does it knock other houses out of the race, but it gives you like an immunity for that star, like if you were to lose. And so what happened was we ended up going head to head over House 1 so hard towards the end that we actually, I don't even know, it's so crazy, but basically we broke their will and they gave up, but they didn't just give up, like, we kind of fractured them into like an internal civil war, and they messed up, and they actually did something that, like, it is almost impossible for House to do, which is to, they were like, they had factions leaving the house. You only have 12 factions in a house, and the control of the house is controlled by a majority vote of the factions to make the house leadership and to be able to vote other factions in and out. Well, I think they went down to 3 factions, or maybe 2, because they were like repositioning, and we immediately created extra factions, and we moved factions in and stole their house from them. we actually took their house over and then kicked them out of their own house, and we owned their house.
That's funny.
So at that point, nothing even mattered because we owned both of the 2 houses that were left in the race, and so nothing mattered at all. Like, it didn't matter if everybody just destroyed everything we had; it wouldn't matter because we still owned both of the houses.
Wow.
And it was crazy. It was unbelievable to think that after everything that had happened, that we had broken their will to the point where everybody else on the server didn't even, take advantage of that particular moment. We were able to just jump in there and steal the house, the only house with stars left at the end. There was only 2 houses left. Nobody in the entire rest of the server was able to really capitalize and take the only house back that could actually represent being able to fight against us, and we stole that. It was just a fucking curb stomp at the end.
Sounds like it was fun. Or at least that part was fun.
Sounds
It was
like
devious. That game was devious.
You know what you should do, like, when you finally say, like, the final goodbye is you should go in there with all your resources and just start trolling people as a final farewell.
Well, there are a few people that I want to destroy before I, leave the game forever. But I almost can't see
You go and say,
loading
you go and say so long and thanks for all the fish. Nothing? Nobody?
I love Douglas Adams. I don't know that. He's my second favorite author. Not my first.
Excellent. Now go do that.
I've read pretty much every single book that he's written, and I read So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, the one that they put out after he passed away, which was like a collection of stories and the last book that he started to write.
Oh,
I really like, no, So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. They actually wrote a book posthumous after that. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest reading his title called Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
that was a quite fancy name.
Here.
And I'm the same way when it comes to trying to find files as well, man. I've got so many backed up here on this hard drive, on that hard drive.
I found them.
One of these days I'm going to have to get in and...
Oh, but they're not there anymore. They're moved. It's alright. I think I know where that is.
Anybody going to play that new Battlefront game when it comes out? I'm kind of iffy on it. As big of a Star Wars fan as I am, DICE has let me down so many times in the past. I am not sure if I am ready to give them any more of my money. But it looks cool. I'm hoping it turns out because I really want to play it, but don't know, man.
Well, at least you're sure that you're not sure.
That's right. I'm sure. Well, no, okay. I gotta stop saying I'm sure. Come E3, that's when I'll really know, when they show gameplay footage, if they show gameplay footage, actual in-game footage, what's going on. But we'll see. A lot of people are already up in arms, and everybody's like, DICE is making their own version of it, and it's like, yeah, we get it, but some of the cool things that they were going to implement in Battlefront 3 is what a lot of people really wanted. But DICE wants to do their own thing, which is cool. What they were going to do in Battlefront 3 was make it to where if you got into a TIE Fighter, X-Wing, or any of the flying craft, you can go from a space battle to a ground battle. You know, just by going down towards the planet or going up through the atmosphere, which was pretty cool. I don't think they're going to implement that. Any news on anything exciting happening with Star Citizen? Anybody following that, or?
You're going to have to talk with Draga and Egan about Leopard. I think all three of those guys have it.
I mean, I already bought my ship and I'm ready to go, but...
From my point, I have no news, but then again, I'm not up to date on that.
Every once in a while, I'll watch, like...
I'll also watch User Left Your Channel sometimes.
Every once in a while, I'll watch their YouTube channel and to see what's going on, but very rare.
I don't know if you ever met my buddy Fox.
Hey, how's it going, man?
patch been in for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. So
Well, I think
You guys
I
get.
know they patched it to Star Citizen 1.1, which means that the FPS module should be coming out in a couple of months.
Oh, nice.
At least.
That's-
Before.
I thought they said they were going to have it out by the end of the month. Last month.
They did, yes, but they revamped the entire thing because the people who tested it said it was way too floaty.
Ah, okay. Well, it's better that they get it right.
Counter Strike than instead of more like what's the game? Modern Warfare.
it was way too what?
They're gonna put a change. They talked about changing FPS module to more of a Counter Strike feel movement system instead of the more Call of Duty system.
Well, the movement stuff's pretty fluid on either one, right?
Well, it's like this. If you go play
I would say they're very
Counter-Strike,
similar.
what?
I would say that they're very similar movement wise.
No, they aren't. Because Counter Strike is made for four directional keys, right? And whereas Modern Warfare, whatever you call it, is made for D-pad. So the accuracy is less open, and the function of like run, sprint, and shit like that is very different.
Okay.
These small things is different. The basic thing is the same, yes. It's just that these small differences make it feel loose or sharp or more floaty, less floaty.
Oh, okay. That was the word you used. Floaty, too floaty.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's not, as long as we got scopes and we can aim down the sights, I'll be content with the FPS. I really don't mind Call of Duty, but if I want to scope somebody in with like a red dot kind of scope or something, I want it to feel a little bit realistic, right?
That is where I know too, because I know they have made like sketches and show pictures where they do this, but it is going to be effective to different story. I know the level design is very similar to games called, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
And also they added for beta testers, which means the subscribers that pay subscriptions, they also get to fly in the first test scenario.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's a like a small scripted event that takes you to basic flight with some gunfights in the end.
That's cool. Do you guys
It's
got
cool, but it's more of a showpiece than actual gameplay.
right?
Especially since you use the Gladiator instead of the Hornets, and the problem with the Gladiator is that they have no G velocity corrector in them, so you black out so fucking fast.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But hopefully the FPS module will come out soon.
yeah, I'm sure it will. A lot of people that I've talked to that I want to play, they're like, well, since it's crowdfunded, we're going to wait. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. When it comes out, just let me know. Do you guys have an organization set up?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to get on that once it gets closer to release. I'll hop in
I
with
don't
you
know
guys.
how many people we're gonna have in it. It's probably gonna be a select group of friends or friends of friends that everyone knows who's invited.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. If you guys,
There's like these huge organizations with like thousands of people in them, but
yeah,
why would I want to do that?
I guess I don't know. Unless
To make something like Stronghold.
Yeah, but then that would require me being a leader of some sort, and being required to be a leader of some sort means less fun for me. Anakin knows what I'm talking about. Fucking diplomacy.
Yeah, you can't just blast somebody out of space because fuck it.
Oh, I can. What was not with civilization now?
Well, if you guys need another ship to join the group when we get closer to launch, just let me know. I'll join up with you guys.
What ship do you have?
I only have the Aurora LX, the militarized one. So,
We have more than enough military ships. I have one Constellation, 2 Hornets, and an M50.
nice. I wanted to get a Hornet, and I wanted to get some of the other ships, but I don't know, man. I'm all about the game and supporting it, but on the flip side, it's like I'm kind of just
Oh yeah, no, never put more money than you can afford. Like I had the money to spare.
Yeah.
Never more than that. But like the nice thing is I have the Super Hornet as well as the militarized Hornet,
oh nice.
which are the 2 most powerful ships in the game at the moment.
I haven't flown in
I
a
wanted to get that at demo, but I think I'll just wait with that.
yeah.
Get one in game.
Yeah, when they said that you know everything will be able to be purchased in game, you're just gonna have to grind for it. I'm like, well, I'll just get I'll get a decent ship to start with, and I'll work for the rest of it.
Well, we are a PMC company, so hopefully we can get some. My plan is just to find some major organization for trading or something and just be hire mercenaries for them.
Yeah.
That's my general plan.
Okay.
Because there's no reason to. And if we're lucky enough to find some hidden planet or something where in the warp space we'll just take it from materials for ourselves and not tell anyone about it before we have it. If we're lucky enough, but I doubt it. There's supposed to be a better there.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, someone has to find them.
Right.
So
There'll be plenty of people, I think, bouncing around trying to find them. So, well, like I said, if you guys need another ship, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to join up with you guys and do whatever.
yeah, that's no problem. Well, the more the merrier. I just want it to be, like you and your friends are invited and their friends are invited, but always someone knows someone.
Yeah.
Because then at least you can point to people, right?
Right.
And as more people know each other, it's gonna be more and more people because that's just how friends work normally.
Have you tried out the racing module? I haven't tried that out yet. Is it pretty good? Is it
Yeah.
fun?
The annoying thing is that I feel a bit tricked because the stat says that the M50 is the fastest ship, right?
Right.
It's slower than the 350R.
Did they?
It's the oldest fastest ship.
Right, right.
Just-
Now, is that based
No.
off? Oh, sorry.
No, it's based off lag times, what is possible to do by the best players.
Okay.
And top speed, of course. It was never claimed to be the fastest in top speed, but it was supposed to be the fastest on the track. Because of maneuverability and other shit. Because you sack everything else, right?
Right.
But it can't beat the 350R.
Huh. Now I wonder if they've got something set up to where it's like atmosphere as opposed to space. Like maybe that has something to do with it.
I don't know, but still, it is just a bit strange to me. Well, they're most likely gonna buff the. I guess they're gonna buff the 350R. No, what, M50, I'm sorry. Because there's no point in that otherwise.
Hmm.
Even though I do like it because like, I'm gonna travel somewhere, but just take it because why the fuck not?
Right. Wonder how much farther along they've gotten on that on doing the persistent universe.
They're not team working on that, so hopefully it's further than you would expect.
Yeah, didn't they bring they brought somebody in? What's his name? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. They brought somebody in just to work on that. Can't think of his name.
They have a lot of people just doing that. The entire is it the English studio works on works on Squadron 42.
Okay.
The German and Los Angeles studio work on the Persistent Universe. The Texas studio works on FPS and although all the motion cap, they have a lot to do.
Oh, okay.
And then you have a studio up in Canada that works on the web page and other animated assets. So that's why the FPS is going so slow, is because it's a studio working on it.
Mm.
Same thing with Arena Commando.
I'm kind of interested to see how the VR headsets are going to work out with that. I hear a lot of good things
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be interesting. Thinking about picking up a pair after the game comes
I don't know
out.
which one I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy one. I just don't know which one. Which is the bigger question.
How many different versions, or how many different VR headsets are coming out? I know there. I only know of like,
Oculus,
yeah,
Sony, Valve, one more I can't remember the name of, at least.
Isn't the Sony one going to be only for the PS4 though?
No, I think they're making two versions of it.
Oh, are they? Okay. Did
Because
not.
also would be no fucking value in just making it for the PS4. Like, you just lose customers, it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I Sony's been kind of off and on with their decisions when it comes to making sense sometimes. So.
Yeah, they are technically stuff on. But I'm going to show you something which I found today. It's in Chef.
Okay.
Just look at that.
What? No shit.
That's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. Wait a minute.
Can't be much skinnier than that before you wonder where the fuck it comes from.
Is that screen see-through? Is that transparent screen? Is that what I'm
I
seeing?
don't think so, because you see all the screens in the background, you can't see behind them.
No, you can't see behind them, but if you look at the one in the front, you can see through it to the TV in the back.
Yeah, but I think they've just made it like that in some way. Like, maybe the TV is see-through, but when you have the display on, it's not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Or if it's at a certain angle, you just see right through it, right? Because they have ways of doing that with that glass now. With the glass now, right? You can.
Yeah, I know. But it's still so fucking insane. I can't even. I just can't even. in that to show.
That's why he's so old.
there's so many cool things coming out, man. It's hard to even keep up with half the stuff that's coming out anymore. It's so crazy.
No, you're using the wrong sentence. It's so much cool stuff coming out. How the fuck would I have money for it?
Well, that too. Oh my god. That TV is pretty cool though. I bet you it's probably gonna run. That's probably gonna be well over 10 grand.
I would actually expect not. I would probably expect between 5 to 7. Just because Sony TVs are normally not that expensive. So either they run they are expensive. Some are expensive. Like they normally have something between 30 plus, and then they have something to 7 or below. There's no anything between.
Man.
Because it's a price class that's not worth competing in. But you never know.
That's a cool TV. Dang it.
It is. I would love to have one.
I wish you wouldn't have showed me that. Now I'm going to want one. No!
But I can just imagine you taking it home, and on the ride home you go over a speed bump or something, and the entire TV just cracks.
You know how sick to my stomach that would make me? I would probably be like barfing out the window and then screaming at the top of my lungs.
I would just laugh.
I'm gently cry.
And if I ever get enough money in Star Citizen, I want this just for loads of it. I think it's completely useless, but I just want it.
Let's take a look. What? I did not even know they had that coming out. How big is that going to be?
It is fairly big. It's 120 meters.
Wow.
But it's absolutely useless. It has not that big of a cargo hold. It is not bristled guns in any way, shape, or form. So, fucking target.
So basically, you'd be charging for luxury touring, is what it is. So it's just a space yacht with no.
It is a space yacht.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just want one just to travel
Right.
around.
I'm a pimp. Check it out.
I've succeeded. Fuck off.
Right. Comes with a little, a dinky little spaceship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are they hoping that you can like buy this thing and then just charge people a fee to take them around the universe or take them around space?
Why would anyone do that? I assume you could do it with AI though.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming you could do that with AI, but I'm just saying, like, I remember them saying if your ship is in one area, you're gonna have to catch a ride. How does that work? They were saying something about how you'd have to catch a ride to your ship if it was on a different planet, right? So maybe that's what they're thinking with that.
Yeah, but why pay for something with that? Like, you could just hitch a ride with anything, and that would be expensive to hitch a ride with.
Maybe you want to travel in style.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not going to be free to travel to your ship. You're going to have to pay, from what I understand. So you're either going to have you're either going to have a buddy fly you out there, which he may or may not charge you, or you're going to have to hire somebody to take you out there. So, yeah, that's pretty cool though. That's just saying I've got too much money.
That is my
Oh.
You know, like, then we have this one. This awesome chat.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. The Reclaimer. Is that the one that won the contest? No, that's not. That's different. Wow, look at that thing. I gotta get on their website and look.
This is the one you're thinking about. I want this one as well, but not that much because I have something which does almost the same function.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's nice though.
Yeah, it's nice. I like the one the Reclaimer there. That one is more my up my alley as far as style, man. It's got that grungy, deep space.
It looks like it would get the job done.
Right. That is pretty sick looking, dude.
And I would like to have one in my fleet for reason of if I'm killing something, I will take it with me home.
That is cool.
Which is my logic.
Yeah. Oh man, looking at this stuff just makes me want to jump in and play the full game, and we're not even close yet.
I know.
Oh.
One more year.
I know, man.
At least.
God. I can't wait. Well, at least we get to alpha test it and beta test it, right? So we'll be playing all the way up till release anyway, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, but that's still gonna be the thing is that they refuse to leave anything unpolished before they release it.
Right.
So it's still gonna be fucking polished before we get to touch it, which is a bit annoying. To be honest. Like, there's a lot of bugs that are found by the community, but I would rather, just try to play the game what they have and send more feedback.
Right, because maybe they changed something that they don't need to change, or...
But, well, not only that, but you can make the feedback very automatic. Like instead of FPS, like, you can just make it like a straw poll. Like, if one thinks the FPS is too... or the shooting is too random, or the guns are too inaccurate, or the movement is too floaty, or it's way too sloppy, or too slow, or whatever. You can just make it automated. Just tap. Go. What do you think?
Right. I agree. I think they should be letting us play or test out one of those.
Like if the animations aren't perfect yet, or that. Yes, it looks a bit bad if you put it down on YouTube or shit like that, but so what?
Yeah. Well, I think that, I'm right there with you. I'm like you. I'm one of those gamers that would like to test it, and I don't really